Alright, welcome back. I'm going to be building some planets today. Exciting stuff. How often do you say that? I'm going to be building some planets. So, here's where we left off. We only did one planet. Little old Mercury right there, close to the sun. Extremely small. That's about as spherical as I could get it at that size. Alright, so I did some things off camera. As I said, I had to remove that layer of stone to make it one higher. And man, as soon as I broke one block, the whole ceiling just caved in. The whole damn thing. So all that work I did to make it nice and smooth the first time, I wasted all my basalt bricks. And yeah, it just all came down. It's just ridiculous. And then I wasted durability on my pick cleaning it all up. So I figured, you know what, let me just go ahead and do everything I gotta do with the walls. Just in case, if it's gonna cave in, then let it all cave in now at one time. So, chiseled this all the way down. That's nice and even. I did this. This needs to be filled in, that's why it looks like garbage. So, these need to be smooth blocks, and that'll get filled in neat. All this is gonna get filled in. This could use some blocks right here. That's really annoying when it does that. There we go. This one could get broke. I just tried to make the ceiling so that it's ready for me to just plop down the smooth bricks. And I use these as fill-in. I'll get that later when it's ready. I also did a little stairway. This is going to be the stairway. Obviously, it's not done in any way, but that's going to be my way down here. Dug into here a little bit. I'll probably fill all this in to make it to about right here. That's even. So this side's done. This side needs to be filled in. Alright, that's the boring stuff. Let's get to work. Alright, so our next planet we're going to do is planet second closest to the sun, and that is Venus. It's going to be slightly bigger. It's actually going to be the same exact thing as this, except there's going to be a little micro block right there in the center on all 6 sides. The center of that little plus sign. On all 6 sides, it makes it look a little bit bigger, a little bit more spherical. And my issue with this was I'm trying to make all these 8 planets. I am only making 8, not 9. Pluto is not a planet, but I want them all to be different sizes, and I'm trying to increase the size by a little bit because the biggest planet's only going to be a little bit bigger than 1 block. So I had to fit 8 different planets in between that 1 block pretty much and this. So that was really 6 planets I had to fit in between those 2 sizes. So some of them are just like subtly different. Like you'll see with this, it's the same exact thing except 1 micro block right there. But I mean, in real life, Venus is just slightly bigger than Mercury and smaller than all the other planets. Alright, anyway, enough of that. I figure it's going to go on this side here. I just kind of want them all spread out, like they're orbiting the sun. It's got to be a little bit further away than this. This is pretty much just 1 block away. So maybe if I could get this one. But it can't be too far because I still need a lot of room to do my other planets. There's really not much room in here. So they're gonna have to be spread out. You know what? Maybe if I... Alright, I'll put it right here. But I'll just chisel it that way. You'll see what I mean. So for Venus, what I'm going to use is Nice. I thought that was a good color because just like the real planet, it's got like this yellowish haze tint to it. from the thick atmosphere. Why does there gotta be a spider or a zombie messing around here every time I start recording? It's annoying. I'm just like, I'm looking at the distance from the sun there. Because it's really cramped in here. I can't, you know, when I get to Neptune, it's gotta be like, it's only gonna be like right here. That's the furthest away from the sun I could get, which is just a couple blocks away from Venus, which is totally unrealistic on any scale. Alright, I was just doing a little planning on where I'm going to place everything. So if I put Venus right there, say I put Earth right here on this side, slightly off center, not too far back. And this would be Mars, which is a little bit further back, and it's pretty much dead center right there. So those are just the 4 inner planets. And the bigger ones, well, I know for sure Saturn's got to go right here in this open space because it is huge with the ring. You'll see. It's almost the size of the sun. But we'll get to that later. Let's do a little bit of chiseling here. Okay, get up. Now basically the same one as the other one, like I said. Alright, so I just hit this 3 times on 3 sides. 1. You know what? Oops, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, do it again. 3. 1, 2. And I'll hit it on the top. 3. Alright. Now to make that same shape over there, except with the little micro block in the center. This is how I have to do it. Make that little symbol on all 6 sides. They get a little bit more work the bigger they get. Mercury is simple. Alright, I'll do the other 3 sides. Alright, when you have that symbol on all 3 sides, what you do is just chip away at this extra here, this like border, or this like frame that you created. Don't hit that piece in the middle though, or else you're gonna have to start over. Then you do this around the whole thing. Alright, then you're left with this kind of spiky square looking thing. And then just simply do it the same way you did Mercury here. Just hit all 4 corners on each side. And that's it. There you go. Slightly bigger. That does look a little bit more spherical. And it's like the perfect little increase in size from Mercury to Venus. I should really use wood for this. I'm making these little these little frames here to stand on. And now we got a little Mercury chilling out over here. Looks a little bit more complicated, right? It's a little bit more complicated from this, but it's really the same thing with a micro block in the center right there. Alright. Well, let's move on to Earth. Earth is the next one. It's going to be right here. Alright, now for Earth, I really had no choice here but to use schist. But there is nothing that is blue-like, which is going to be a problem later on with Neptune and Uranus. So schist was the best thing I could find because, I mean, earth is blue and green. So if we could at least get one of those colors. I did move this over one block so I could place it right where I wanted it. Does look, yeah, you know, come on, that looks like it's alive, right? So it's all green and lush, and look at all the trees. See all those trees there? See that? Anyway, that's the best I could do for earth is schist. Now to do this one, I have to hit it 2 times on 3 sides. So I'll hit it on this side twice to bring it back away from the sun a little bit. I'll move it this way. Once on the bottom and once on the top. Alright, to do this one, make it slightly bigger than Venus. What I'm gonna do, the design I'm gonna make is like this. I believe I want to leave a 2x2 in the middle. Doesn't matter if I mess this up, I got plenty of stone. There, that's the design I want. Little 2x2 right in the middle there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see that. And once again, just do that on all 6 sides. Just like this. Alright, now once again, the next step after that is to get rid of this little frame here, this border. Same thing as the other one, and again, be careful not to hit these 4 blocks, or else you will have to start over. It's a lot different chiseling out a design than it is building one with blocks, which we're all used to in Minecraft, is using blocks to build a design. And now, I believe I just hit this block here, right? This corner piece on all 4 sides, and then the bottom 2. I think that's how I do it. That kind of... I got it. Did I miss a block somewhere? No, it looks about, well, it's even. Okay, so there's Earth. And again, like I'm trying to increment the size slightly, which is why it does kind of look like I don't like this. There's nothing else I could do though, these 4 pieces right here, because it needs to be a slight increase in size from Venus, but not too big because the next planet, one bigger than that, you know, I couldn't make them too big. They all have to be a slight increase from each other. And actually Earth and Mars are going to be the same exact size, which they pretty much are in real life. They're real similar, close enough. I mean, I couldn't duplicate its size increase that tiny. So if you notice, it is bigger than Venus, a little bit more fuller, a little bit more rounder. And yeah, there you go. Cool. What a green planet. Alright. Oh, yeah, since it's Mars is going to be the same thing as that, I could just make a blueprint there and blueprint up Mars. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Even though they're extremely simple to make, why not use the convenience of a blueprint? Alright, we'll be able to knock Mars out really quick just by doing this. Make it a blueprint. Oops. For Mars, what I'm going to do is use chert. I think it's the closest thing I could get to red. I originally wanted siltstone, but I just I don't have siltstone. I think I actually have siltstone bricks, but I didn't want the bricks because, I don't know, you might get this line right down it somewhere, and it might not look right. So, and then I was thinking about using claystone, but claystone didn't look right. The chert looks better than claystone. What am I doing? Oh, I don't got my hammer on me, that's why. Alright, yeah, that looks cool. I mean, that's totally Mars right there. Alright, drop that right there. And bingo, here we go. I'll fill that in. Yeah, that was cool, man. That's totally Mars. Look at that, nice and red. There. Cool. Look at that. We got Earth, we got Mars, Mercury, and Venus. Those are 4 inner planets. Now, that was fun, but that was simple and that was fun. Now it's going to get a little bit more complicated. Jupiter is next. It is a beast. It's going to be the biggest planet here. I'm going to have to fill this in because I probably will fall at least once. I'm thinking about putting it right here. In this corner here, further away from the sun than nose. And for Jupiter, what I'm going to do, I don't know if I have it on me here. You know what? Yeah, let me get the supplies. Alright, so here's what's going to happen with Jupiter. There's probably going to be an easier way to do this, but I'm going to do it this way because I won't get confused. This way will be easier for me. Now, basically, it needs to be a little bit bigger than 1 block. So, I'm going to add size onto it like this. Just 1 slab. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I hit that 7 times and it leaves that little slab there. And I do that on 3 sides. And of course I'm going to have to do this little fill in. Well, you'll see. 6, 7. 2 sides and either the top or bottom, and that's up to you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Now, yeah, I have to fill this in. And down here. So, I mean, that's just going to consist of doing this. So let me fill these in, and when I get it all squared up, okay, that's nice and square there. Now I just got to do there and there. When I get it all squared up, I'll come back. Alright, so I squared this up. I left this little corner piece out because I know for a fact that's going to get chiseled away. Now this was just like the other ones. Same thing, I'm going to carve a design in all 6 sides, and from there I'll be able to I'll be able to get the sphere. Now this design is going to be like this. I believe it's 1, 2, 3 blocks there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, like this. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And I could get rid of these corner pieces here. I'm not sure if you could see. Yeah, you could see the design from this angle. So it's got 3 blocks. 3 blocks on each side like that. And by the way, I chose I think this is sycamore planks for Jupiter, because it looks that color is pretty spot on. And what's cool about this is it has the bands, whatever you want to call them, because I'm using wood, so it has the stripes on it, just like the layers in Jupiter. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to carve this design on all 6 sides. Alright, so now it's the same procedure. Now that I got this design on all 6 sides, what I do is chisel away this frame piece. Now, I could have actually not even put in those pieces that I put in, those little corner pieces to make it look, not really corner pieces, the side pieces to make it look squared, but it helps me, keeps the confusion down. Like when I'm looking at a nice square block, I could work better without with a lot less confusion. Pretty much, that's it. And as you could see, when I get done with this, see this piece probably didn't even have to go there, but it helps when it squared out the block. It helped me see it better myself, so I know what I'm doing. But when I'm done with this, you could see there was another step I took that I probably didn't have to, but it definitely helped a lot. Alright, so now that that frame is chiseled off, what I do next, simply just hit that corner and then 3 more. And you could already see the sphere starting to take shape. Now, this ain't done after this. It needs to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to actually have to break some panels off and add on more. You'll see. Basically, I'm going to put a little plus sign on each side. Alright, here's where this one gets a little bit difficult. This is actually going to be the size of Saturn. But like I said, I wanted to make them bigger in small increments. So to make this one a little bit bigger than this planet, just like I did with Venus, I'm just going to add a little plus sign to all 6 sides. The problem is where I have the panel or where I have the regular block, it's fine, but where I have the panel, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. So, well, I'll get to that, but basically this is all it is. Hit it, 1, 2. Oh, I had it on micro chisel. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get it down to 1 layer. I want it to be 1 in, like that. See, it's only 1 block in. I gotta get on top here. Same thing, just hit it down until it's 1 block in. Okay, and same on the bottom. Alright, I can't see yet. Now just go to micro chisel mode, and you know what? That kind of looks, I think that might even look more spherical than it would if I put the plus sign there. I wonder if I should just leave that now. Huh, decisions. You know what? I'm going to leave that just like that, and I'll do the whole thing like that. And, see what it looks like at the end. But to show you how I'm going to have to do this, well, I'm actually going to have to break it off. Like that. Put it there, and oops. Now chisel it back, hit it 6 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to leave 2 levels there. Now go in. I think I want to leave it right there. You want to leave it flush with that. That one's already flush, yeah, okay. This one gotta go 1, 2. Yeah, that one goes down one block lower. Actually, this goes in one. It's still confusing. Let me do the bottom. I can't even barely see. I don't know what I'm doing here. Is that? Alright, so that's flush as it is. And this has to be done like this on the other two sides where the I put the panels too. Like I said, I only put the panels there so I could sphere the thing out to make it less confusing, but it's still kind of confusing. Anyway, I'm looking at this trying to figure this out. I believe it does go in one like that. It has to. Can't be flush. Alright, so from there what you do is go micro chisel mode. Now first I want to make out this design right here, which is 1, 2, 3 blocks. 3 by 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 by 3 right in the center. 1, 2, 3, 1, yeah. Chisel the outside, not the inside. Alright, I didn't hit another. Okay, I didn't. And then from there, what you do is chip the corners of the second layer. 1, 2. There you go. So now that side with the panel is just like this. Yeah, see now it's starting to look funny. So I'll chisel this down to a I'll still do the whole thing first and then chisel this down to a plus sign if it looks really weird. So I'm gonna do that off camera. I don't want to waste too much time. But the sides with the panel have to be broken, done like that again, and the sides without the panel, well, I basically just got to add a panel to those sides, like I did on this side right here. Alright, so I did decide to go ahead and turn these pieces into little plus signs. It makes it look more spherical. There, that's the last one. I did the other sides before. And there you go. There is a Jupiter. It's a lot closer to the sun than I would like it to be, but back here is going to be Neptune, and that has to be further back. So it didn't leave much room. That's just going to have to do. But there, that's the biggest planet. Not the most complicated, though, however. Next is the most complicated one. Alright. Now let's come over here. This is going to be Saturn. And this square of torches is going to be the space that Saturn's rings occupy. That's how big it is. Now, this took a little bit longer than I thought. I thought I'd get done with all 8 planets today, but I didn't. We only did these 5. But since Saturn is pretty much the same thing as Jupiter was before I did the extra work of adding these plus signs, I'm just going to do that really quick. So I can do that. I'm using, by the way, I'm using oak planks. But this has to be added. No, it doesn't have to be added on. That's right. What am I doing? Alright, I'm sorry. This does have to have extra added on. I'm doing too many of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you remember how I did it, I'm just going to do that again. You add this on 3 sides. Hit it 7 times. This doesn't need the second step of adding extra panels. That's what it was. And you know what? I think maybe I'm confident enough to not have to fill in those and still be able to get it right. So, all right, let me do this really quick because you already seen it with Jupiter, so I can knock this out really quick and stick at least half of this planet in here before I end this episode. All right, I came back just to and this guy. Did I just look at him? Holy smokes! Oh boy, I did. What a turd! Oh, you're gonna get it. He almost killed me. Yeah, come back here. Man, he almost took away my 45 levels. Come on, dude, I can't mess around with you. I'm gonna kill this guy. Alright, took care of that. And that was close. He started running around in there when I was doing this, and then all of a sudden he's gonna get angry at me for no reason. Anyway. So, I decided to show you, in case you forgot how this went. This was the design you put in the middle. It's these three little micro blocks. And well, it's actually 5, but the corners are knocked out. Anyway, if you noticed before, and then just what I'm going to do now is take out the border. If you noticed before, I actually started this on the wrong level. It was one lower, so I like definitely been doing this for too long now. I need to end this here, take a break, end this episode at least. But I will finish this planet for you. Alright, so we finished with that. Just do this on all 8 corners. I'll do the bottom now. Just hit the corner there and then hit the 3 pieces surrounding it, and the sphere begins to take shape. Alright, there we go. We got a nice Saturn. There. Same thing as Jupiter, except without this second extra step of adding the plus signs there. Now, there's Jupiter. Now, what I will do today is get the just get the rings kind of started. Give myself a little head start tomorrow. I'm using birch for the rings, and it's pretty simple. Well, this is what I meant by it's gonna be huge. I'm gonna have to get more planks. Let me grab more planks. Alright, so it's gonna be surrounding there, and as you see, the planet will not be in the center of the rings. There's just no way around that. Unless I wanted the rings to be like really long. If I wanted to put this space over here too, that would have been just too big. So it's gonna be like it looks like an elliptical orbit. I mean, it's closer to one end than it is the other. It's no big deal, really. So now I'm just gonna flatten these out. I'll hit them 4 on the bottom and then 3 on top, and that'll leave one thin layer. Alright, so this is what it looks like from up here. I will carve out a nice ring out of this. I think I actually have to double up the planks on this side here and on this side, but I'll worry about that tomorrow. So let me hop down from here and I wanted to get all of them done today, but it took a little bit longer than I thought. No big deal. Got a good head start for tomorrow. I'll be able to knock that out. The last two planets, Neptune and Uranus, are really easy. They're both the same size, so I could just do the same thing I did with Earth and Mars. Just make one and copy the other. And they're just a miniature sun. They're made the same way as the sun is. I will also, tomorrow, definitely have enough time to do the ceiling, to finish smoothing it out, and do the constellations tomorrow. I don't think that should take a long time. And yeah, that's it. That's gonna be cool. We might even, the top might totally get done tomorrow. Hopefully it will. That's the plan. Alright, so thanks for joining me. Come back tomorrow. We'll finish this up. See how the rest of it turns out. It's gonna really look cool with the constellations up there, trust me. And I'll see you next time. Later.